Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on the KaoshKraft server. Today's episode, we are going to be doing a few little things, and that's pretty much because we haven't had an episode in quite some time now. It's been a few days, and I've been wanting to get on this server so much. I've just had all different things getting in the way, and I've been on, I just haven't been able to record. So we've been doing stuff, and I kind of hope you liked the little time-lapse thing in the beginning. If it did work, I'm kind of recording this without the idea of it working or not, but if it did work, that'll be great. So let's quickly check who's on with us right now. There, we've got a few people on. We actually had a kind of a different time of even me recording, I think, which is kind of interesting. But what we're going to do now is we are going to go through a few things that I've been doing on the server, just little things, and we'll check them out. So you guys would have seen, if that piece in the beginning did work, that we do now have ourselves that skeleton spawner, and it is, well, it's working. I don't know if you noticed, there was a few times I cut out. And in those times, I actually hooked that skeleton spawner up. You can see how the glowstone was around the top and stuff. That was actually me just hooking it up to like a little thing to get the skeletons all together, I guess, so that I could get a few bones. I'll leave that there. But yeah, we've got a bunch of bones. We've gone through a bunch of bones. You can see that's all we have left, and obviously those few things there. And while we were busy doing that stuff, we were actually just waiting around majority of the time to get enough netherwort, because man, it took a long time to get netherwort. If you guys jumped on the server at any time to spectate, you probably would have seen a big ugly netherwort, like bunch of netherworts, I guess you could call it, right around there. So I'm just trying to think of what I needed. I don't think I needed anything here, actually. I'm busy looking for stuff to show you, well, to fix up what I'm about to show you. What I did was, while I was on here, I was busy just talking. The one day, I think Biggs and Bean on a board were on, and Bean was like, hey, I really, like, because I'm automating everything right now, so Bean said, you should make a chicken farm, as a joke, I would imagine, and I was like, you know what, I'm busy waiting around for netherwort to grow, and I was like, yeah, let's make ourselves a chicken farm. So I decided to do it here, because Bean's house is right around the corner there. We can actually have a look at it now, don't want to give away too much, and I thought, you know what, let's do it. So this is actually the chicken farm. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. And we've got a few chickens there, but not quite enough, because I didn't spend too much time on after that on here. Oh, no. Okay, well, that was not smart. Alright. Does that break redstone? And why is that not broken? Okay, good, it's gone. I hope it doesn't break redstone. Yeah, that's definitely taken some redstone out of there, that's for sure. Is it? Yeah, there's a comparator over there, and there's a redstone dust over there. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that up. But there we go, that's what we wanted. We wanted these chicken eggs. There we go. So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try and fill up this chicken farm. If you guys are interested in seeing how this chicken farm works, I'm pretty sure if you type in chicken farm on YouTube, this will be probably the first kind of design. It's the stock standard chicken farm. There's 101 tutorials on this thing. Yeah, it's not too complicated. If not, you know what you can even do? You can jump on here in spectator mode and come check out everything on the inside here and do it yourself. It's really, really simple. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fill up this place with chickens. I actually, funny story, when I tried to do this the first time, I couldn't get a single chicken from 2 stacks of eggs. And now I've got a few chickens here, and they should hopefully be making us some chicken eggs soon enough. Hopefully we don't cause any lag or anything, but I don't think we'll have that many chickens in here. And aside from that, I'm sure Bean will find this quite useful to have cooked chicken ready for him all the time. But yeah, we'll quickly just finish off this stack, then we'll go, and I'll show you what we're going to be doing in our, there we go, in our skeleton farm, and also we'll quickly go past Bean's house on our way there. So there's Box's house. Box actually had a prank pulled on him, so you might want to check out Box's channel. And we also, actually, did Box do some stuff to the roof there? Yeah, okay, that's interesting. I don't know, those planks at the top there look new. But something which has been happening, which has been really, really fun, but it's somewhat annoying. So you can see there's a skeleton horse there, and I don't know if you know about the traps of how they work, but these trapped horses are everywhere. I'm pretty sure that's a trapped horse. It's on top of a tree. I can't imagine that it got on top of a tree any other way. We'll set it off. There, you see what I mean? And the interesting thing is, okay, this guy's trying to hit us. The interesting thing is, on the server, when you trip one of those, everyone can hear the lightning strike. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just like in the proximity of it. But yeah, the other day I was on, I heard Biggs trip some, and I just thought it was a thunderstorm. I was underground, and then I kept doing it, and he was asking me, what was that? Was that the skeleton horses? I didn't realize that skeleton horses made a noise for everyone. So that's not really too exciting, but that is what happened. Okay, we're gonna have to eat this. Alright, so while we go to our base now, I've got a few things which I need to do in the skeleton farm. The main thing is we need to make ourselves a tube to the top. So we need to go all the way from the bottom where the skeletons drop. We're gonna have to make a drop tube, and that won't be too difficult, actually. It's very, very simple. And we will need ourselves signs. Do we have enough signs? I think we'll just take a stack of wood. That should be alright. And if we need it, we can use that. And then we also need some... Yes, some of those. Yeah, good. We don't have any more left. Alright, so do we have 2? That's all we need to make an infinite water source. So around the spawn here, I don't know if I've shown you guys, but nothing really too much has happened recently. We have seen Zeph build his house, and there's Zeph's house there. And I did give him a head of a panda because I thought that was a great idea. And I think he's using it in his house. Because those of you guys, what is going on with me talking today? But yeah, those of you guys that don't know Zeph, Zeph is a panda. And I saw a panda head in the shop, and I thought, you know what? I need to buy this for Zeph. Oh man, I've missed that. But yeah, this is currently the way I've been getting to our new future base and also our skeleton spawner. Jumping over here, you can see right there, that is our pillar up. And it's seems to be the most direct route. No damage. Okay, there we go. Damage me. Perfect. Alright, so that was just a little bit of service stuff going on there that didn't hurt. That's why we kind of teleported back. But yeah, I'll quickly show you what's going on, and I'll talk to you about our plans of what we're doing on this. So, the skeleton spawner currently is a giant room, and the reason I wanted to decorate the inside of the room, I know I'm going to get a bunch of people that ask, like, why the hell are you decorating the inside of a skeleton spawner? No one's going to see it. It's going to be pitch black, but the reason I'm doing it is because you guys jump on. You guys are spectators, you guys get to see it, and aside from that, it's a bit of fun to just decorate things anyway. So, yeah, that's why I spent all that time waiting for nether wart. I wanted to use the new red nether brick, well, relatively new red nether brick blocks, and I think they worked quite well with the bone blocks, actually, just for a design like this. Maybe not in terms of all designs, like if the way I've kind of built it might not really work, but in terms of what we're doing here, I thought it worked really well. You can see I've just made a little ladder there to stop me from falling all the way into the spawner room. Now, we might have a bit of trouble with some mobs that may have spawned down there. Nothing at the moment, it looks like, so we could be lucky. So let's quickly try and work out what I'm doing. Okay, that's closed. In fact, we might just be better off just breaking through this. So we're safe, no creepers. Perfect. Alright, so I've dug this channel over here, and it's going to be going right to the middle there. This is similar to our zombie spawner. So we're going to have water along here, pushing all the mobs in. We're going to have water coming down here, pushing those mobs there. And then we're going to have a tube pulling those mobs up to the top and dropping them down. And we're planning on standing around over there. So we're going to have to make a room there. And we're going to have to also put in a bunch of chests and a whole storage system. So that's what we're going to have to still do, which is quite a bit of work. It's not really too much. But what we can do today is we can actually get these mobs into our tube for now. So let's do something which will be very, very useful. We're going to go over here. We're going to go to quality, turn dynamic lights onto fancy, because what we're going to do now is we're going to put these in our hand. By the way, if you guys think this is some hacky, cheaty feature, it is. This is with Optifine. You won't be able to get this feature of the light in your hand off of normal Minecraft, but that's just because this is a mod that we play with. It's not a mod in the same way that you think of mods changing Minecraft. It's just a mod to try and get things to look better in Minecraft and get your. I think it's got a few little things that help your computer in terms of doing stuff, which helps me a lot. So we are going to be doing that. We'll make a bunch more signs. And I still don't understand why signs don't stack more than 16. Oh, man, that's habit. I still don't understand why signs don't stack more than 16 in a stack, but that's not a question for me, I guess. No, there we go. We'll do one more. Like that. Because I like to get things. Don't like to leave too much stuff wasting space in my inventory. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you just a little bit of how you actually do signs. So we're just going to place them like that, And the trick to this, the reason why you do this actually, in the middle here, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what we're doing, just because it sometimes is a bit easier if you guys don't understand stuff. I'm sure someone might learn something. So the reason we're doing it is purely because we need the water to stop running down there so that the skeletons will go there and drop instead of bobbing up and down. So that'll just help us out a bit. Another thing is why we had to make this drop go all the way down from there is because we need the skeletons to get at least, I think it's 6 blocks away from the spawner before more will be able to spawn, so that's the reason for that. And another thing we're doing is you can see we've got the stone bricks in those. That's just temporary until we get ourselves some redstone lamps. And when we've got ourselves redstone lamps, we'll be... Oh man, this is going to be really annoying with these stupid torches. But yeah, once we get ourselves the redstone lamps, we'll be alright to just go ahead and remove all of those things there and replace them. So let's get another... Oh, that was not smart. We need that, and we need that. So there we go. And yeah, now what we're going to do is we're just going to put these together. We're going to make ourselves a little bit of a thing going up, and we're also going to have to work out how we're going to kill these things, because I've just built this in our single player world, and it didn't really work the way I planned. So we didn't manage to get a bunch of what is going on here? Okay. Yeah, we didn't manage to get this working as well as we wanted it to, but yeah, you know, we can figure it out. So let's do that, and we'll break it down, and we'll see how far we can get this to go. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to keep this at least 3, I think will be good. We'll have to just block that in. So when the skeletons come, they won't bop their heads on here. They'll kind of just go down, and as they get lower on this water, they will fall into this, and hopefully at this stage, they'll be able to pass through over here a block. So they'll be doing this obviously because they always jump, and then they'll get stuck there. So they won't get stuck over here for a few seconds too long, which means we'll get them up to the top a little bit quicker. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a sign around here. We'll do that. Put a sign there. And we'll put a sign over here. Now you may be wondering, why do we put a sign there? And that's because this is where the tube's going to go. So we're just going to go all the way up there. And I'm kind of doing this without a plan of where the tube's going to be in our room that we're about to make. But we're going to be making a tube there, so we're going to have to work it out ourselves. So the next step is we're just going to like do sign, water. We're already out of water, so we're going to have to just do that. Sign, water, sign, water, sign, water. You can see if we had another water block there and another sign, we can just keep going up. We could always do something like this. Put one up there or whatever. But the problem is, I mean, even if that did hit me, the water's flowing down, so everything just goes so much slower. So your skeletons would end up suffocating before they got down here. And that could actually be a kind of interesting way. I didn't think about that. So that could be something we could do to get our skeletons down to a low health, is suffocate them. So that's something I've never thought about. Because in the end, the main problem with killing skeletons now with the fall damage is the fact that they take damage from well, they get protection from the armor, which stops them from taking damage from the fall. So that could be something we could actually do, a bit of suffocation damage, because I don't think they have respiration or anything on their helmets. If they do, we'll be grateful that we got ourselves a respiration helmet. So we'll just do that. Do the next one. And this is going to continue up. I think we'll go a certain amount of blocks. We won't do anything too crazy for now. We can always change this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these in, guys. And I will be right back. Alrighty, guys. So that was actually quite a bit of time to do that episode. I've just finished off what I said I was going to finish off there. And I thought, you know what? This episode's actually gone really, really long. I've kind of just been updating you on what's been going on. At least you know sort of what's happened, and it's kind of a few things that have happened, and I hope they're going to be good things. In the future, we're going to have a bunch of bone blocks, which we're not going to know what to do with, but we're going to have a bunch of them, and that's the important thing. So I'm going to head back to our main base now. I'm going to get a few things together, get some stuff ready, and in the next episode, my voice is busy going again. This is horrible. But in the next episode, I plan on finishing that skeleton spawner. That's going to be really, really awesome. So I think that's going to do us for today, guys. So I'll say goodbye to you right here. Thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.